Other filmmakers have more money, more advanced techniques, more special effects, yet no one has surpassed it. These are words by Zheng Yumao, the director of House of Flying Daggers, about the filmmaker named Akira Kurosawa. Although he may not be well known in this country, he has in fact inspired a lot of great films and filmmakers that you all know today. So today I'd like to talk about his life, his films, two in particular, and his legacy. According to something like an autobiography, Akira Kurosawa was born in Shingawa, Tokyo, Japan on March 23rd, 1910. He was the youngest of 8 children. According to Donald Ritchie, author of the films of Akira Kurosawa, he was encouraged to draw by a teacher who took interest in mentoring his talents in his primary school. He started work as a benshi, which was somebody who narrated silent films. But when silent films began to dwindle, he eventually lost his job. But he was able to catch a job as he was able to get an internship assisting the direction of a movie with Kishiro Yamamoto. He made his directorial debut in 1943. His first directed film was Judo Saga. Now, if we're going to talk about the legacy of Akira Kurosawa, we have to talk about his films. And I've decided to focus on 2 in particular. First is Rashomon, a movie made in, I don't have the year it was made, but it was a movie that got him international fame. The plot was that a samurai was killed and his wife was raped, and the suspect is a bandit named Tanjo Maru, played by Toshiro Mifune, who would be in a lot of Akira Kurosawa's later films. The film was told by in 3 perspectives, one by the bandit, one by the wife who was raped, and one by the dead samurai whose story was told by a medium. According to all 3 of them, the man was tied to a tree by the bandit, and he was then later killed. But aside from that, nothing really collaborated. They all tell different perspectives of the story. According to the wife, she was raped. She asked her husband to forgive her afterwards, which he refused, and she later fainted, and she found a bloody dagger in her hand. And according to the bandit, she was not in fact raped, but consensually decided to sleep with the man, and later he killed her husband in a duel by her decree. According to the samurai, the story told by the medium, they did have, it was consensual, and she asked him to kill him, but he was still tied to the tree when he did it, and then the bandit stole from him. So if you've ever seen a movie where a story was told by 3 completely different perspectives, or seen a show told like that, it was probably inspired by the movie Rashomon. Another movie made by him was The Seven Samurai, which was remade as a western named The Magnificent Seven. In this movie, a man named Kanbei Shimade has to gather a group of 7 samurai in order to protect the village from several hundreds of bandits who decided to take their food and crops. According to Donald Ritchie, most of his earlier films showed the importance of teamwork over the individual, but his later films, beginning with Akira, showed the more importance on the individual. The Seven Samurai is kind of a midpoint, as in it shows the importance of teamwork, but also it also shows the importance of individuality expressed by Kukuchiyo, a person who, or one of the 7 samurai, who was played also by Toshiro Mifune. Some of his later films were Red Beard, which was his last movie directed his last movie he directed in a major motion picture studio, and a lot of other movies that were inspired by William Shakespeare's plays, including Throne of Blood, which was a remake of Macbeth, and Ran, which is a remake of King Lear. The Hidden Fortress was a movie that was amongst one of the major influences of George Lucas's Star Wars. On September 6, 1988, Akira Kurosawa died of a stroke in Setagaya, Tokyo, Japan, according to Richard Pearson, writer of the Washington Post. Although he is dead, his films still leave a long legacy, and some of the filmmakers that are inspired by him are Steven Spielberg, Martin Scorsese, Francis Ford Coppola, George Lucas, Spike Lee, and Quentin Tarantino. But don't take my word for it, see some of his films yourself.